Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Seeing a little precipitation in the forecast for this one. Nothing major. Hopefully shouldn't halt the game at any point, but it is wet out there on the field.
One thing as a hitter, if you can bunt for a base hit, it's going to be a little slick for that infielder picking it up. You also have to remember over at first base, second base, wherever on the base paths, it's going to be a little bit slower track. So you have to be a little more cautious with your lead, or if you're going to steal, making sure you get a good jump.
It's the New York Yankees going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. So just about set now. And pitching here today, Paul Skeens.
Well, he's not a rookie, but still very young in this game, learning his craft. I think the key is getting consistent reps and the opportunity to develop his stuff. Looking forward to watching him pitch in this one.
Ready to go? And stepping in for the Yankees, Ben Rice. Just off the outside edge. And the home opener is underway. Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. And he's there with a leadoff double.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. In there for strike one. Bellinger's dad won a couple of World Series rings in 1999 and 2000. Clay was a backup infielder with the New York Yankees. Next offering is fouled back. In the 2023 season, Cody's dad, Clay, made a trip to Wrigley Field and sat in the right field bleachers to watch his son play. That's kind of cool. Oh, and he hit him. He had two strikes on him, and he hit him.
Well, it definitely didn't come out of his hand the way that he was intending it to, and the release point was a little bit off as well.
It's Aaron Judge now. And Judge spoils that one. Rice, the lead runner out at second. Bellinger on at first with nobody out. Now one missed.
1-1.
Fastball is outside.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That's off the mark, and it's 3-2.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Got him looking, and that is a big first out.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. That one at triple digits.
No ball. One strike.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Hit hard but foul off to the left.
just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Now, Jason Dominguez.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at-bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
First pitch just misses.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Falling behind 2-1. Righty delivers. Fastball for a strike.
$100 mph, foul that off. That's a good piece of swinging. I won't say hitting because he didn't get a knock, but a good piece of swinging to keep the at-bat alive.
Fails another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back here with my pal Singy, and on the hill in this one, Carlos Carrasco. What do we need to know here?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
One ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Grisham backing up and to his right makes the catch, and there's 1 down. Let's take a look at our lineup. With their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Brian Reynolds stands in now and watches strike 1. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
No ball, 2
1 out, bases empty. Sets him down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Here's O'Neal Cruz. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strike.
That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. 2 outs, bases empty. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Jazz tosses to first. That's the inning. And 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. Scoreless after 1. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. Skeens back to work. And that's outside. And that's ball 1. Just missed.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Next pitch is downstairs.
Reno.
And there's the automatic. Foul ball there. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. That one ripped, but foul. Runner on the move. Swinging a foul straight back. In the dirt. Going to count 1 and 2.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that. And good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
And here's the rookie catcher. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Volpe over at first with 1 away. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away. Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Fan makes a nice grab and a full sprint.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Ben Rice, the next to hit, doubled his first time up.
How many times have we seen an early at-bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
That misses the zone. 1 and 1. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And the count 1 and 2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Second inning here, no score. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And that's the third out. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 are left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied, 0-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Tommy Pham. Ball one there.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And that finds the mark on the outside corner. And a count 1-1. Clyde Washington doing the umpiring behind the dish in this one. Sometimes considered a bit of a pitcher's umpire, Singy.
He likes the low ball, which traditionally favors pitching. But, you know, hitters today are pretty good at dropping their barrel down. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
Up the middle, on the run, throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Now it's the right fielder, Jack Sawinski. Swing and a miss.
No ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
0-2.
And that one missing low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that's off the outside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
He was all over that one. As soon as that one shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra bases. Really nice job of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Now batting Key Brian Hayes. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Gets the call, and it's 0-2. 1 out and a runner at second, bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That misses, and the count is 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Out there to center. Grisham sprinting for this one. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And there's 2 away.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And here's the catcher, Endy Rodriguez. That is out of play. That one's upstairs, ball one.
1-1.
Sawinski at second with 2 down. Not close with that one, and it's 2-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with a 3-1 count.
Starting to go after it. Now we'll look down to third, and that's a swing according to umpire Ed Drummond. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That is the inning. So one left for Pittsburgh. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at PNC Park, and here comes Bellinger. Bellinger batting second in today's lineup, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. That misses the zone. Ball one. Check swing, called strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a foul ball, he stays alive. And that's downstairs and outside.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Fights it off. He'll see another. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Here is Aaron Judge. He was a strikeout victim his first time. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Judge enjoyed success at the major league level right away. He hit 52 home runs as a rookie.
Runner on the go. Ball misses. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. Swing and a miss.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Runner at second, nobody out. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big-time velo on the bump and big-time pop at the plate.
2-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Pretty simple plan of attack on the mound right there, huh?
Yeah, nothing but fastballs. They just kept putting down the number one and letting it fly. I like it.
Yeah, me too, and I'd love to hit against that. But, of course, when you're in the box, you think he's bound to change speeds on you at some point. You're just kind of locked up, sort of like reverse psychology.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Chisholm will hit next. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Top of the third, no score. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. The run comes across, and the Yankees score first. It's 1-0.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Stepping in, Jason Dominguez. Pickoff move to second, and he's back in safely. That one fouled off. Oh, 1 now. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
That's the ball.
In the dirt.
1-2.
Man at second. Got him swinging.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And here is Anthony Volpe. That one at triple digits. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Swing and a miss as he was out front. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And that one goes straight to the backstop. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Have to be really sure you can make it safely to third when you're in scoring position and 2 outs. Got to get that run across. Very important. Does a nice job of reading it. Gets to third base, now just 90 feet away.
Way outside, straight to the backstop. No advance, though.
You don't want to run yourself out of an inning, so it's got to clearly get far enough away from the catcher. If you're the runner at third, think about scoring.
Two outs and one in scoring position.
Three and two.
This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. That's to third. Hayes slings it across. They limit the damage here. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back here in Pittsburgh as we go to the last of the third. And now the first baseman, Jared Triolo. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
One ball, no strike.
Right through there for a strike. Line drive, and that's base hit out into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Here is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91. Just missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Runner at first with no outs here. And a count 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Ground ball, could be 2. Over to Jazz, there's 1. Throw to first, but he beat it. Here's Adam Frazier. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Kiner-Falefa on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Safe, it's Zackin with a stolen base. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Dominguez on his way over. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Ryan Reynolds.
B-Ray coming to the plate now. His first at bat was a strikeout. Outside low, 1-0.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Runner at second, 2 down here in the last half of the third. And another ball. Now 3-0.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
O'Neal Cruz in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Judge getting an angle on it. And that will end the inning. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. 3 innings complete. Yankees 1 and the Pirates nothing. As we go to the top of the 4th, at the plate, Trent Grisham. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
The 0-2. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-2.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Strike three. Skeen sends her packing.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put-away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at-bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so just makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes. I'm sure it looked like a fastball all the way until it wasn't.
Here's the Yankees catcher now. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Boog, one really cool moment I remember at PNC Park is the 2006 Home Run Derby during All-Star Weekend. David Ortiz and Ryan Howard each hit homers into the Allegheny River on the fly. Really awesome to watch.
Swing and a miss. And out 2-2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. In the air, left field, down the line. Fair ball.
Now batting, third baseman.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Oswaldo Cabrera. Flying to left his first time. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. And that's outside. Cut on and missed at 101. And the count 1-2. Spang and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Rice at the plate and takes high there. Two balls, no strikes to count. Fastball for a strike. Fouls one off. 2-2. Skeens with a move to first. And he's back in easily. And it remains 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one, that's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. So one hit is all they get. On now to the bottom of the 4th. Yankees 1 and the Pirates nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, O'Neal Cruz. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side.
You know, these Pirates, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game. Tommy Pham digs in now. Grounded out his first time. Fouled off down the right side. One down, base is empty. Swing and he breaks his bat. Rice makes the play, and there's two away. And now here is Jack Sawinski. Doubled his first time. Ripped, but it curls foul. Swing and a foul out of play. This one high in the air to left center. Grisham trying to get there. And that is that. Now on the bump, Andrew Heaney. He's making his second appearance of the season.
Now pitching for the Pirates, number 0, Andrew Heaney.
Here comes Cody Bellinger.
The designated hitter, Cody Bellinger.
High fly ball, right field. Sawinski sizes this one up, and there's one away.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one's in there, 0-1.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. And ball one to Judge. Bullpen action for the Pirates. Dennis Santana, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Meza, the power lefty, up as well. And that one fouled off. Look out! And it hit him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Splits the plate. It's 0-1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And that one hammered. That's back. Caught just shy of the wall.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
So digging in, Jason Dominguez. 0 for 2 in this one. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Judge off of first with 2 away. That one inside. Look out.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. Two outs.
Ball.
Squirts away a little
3
bit.
balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Anthony Volpe getting ready to hit. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. And now 1 and 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3rd out.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
We head to the bottom of the 5th. And the batter now, Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Carrasco back to work. Misses off the plate. And that's ball 1. Top of the zone for a called strike.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Pulls it in for the out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And that one is lifted in the air. Grisham on the move to the gap. Hauls it in for the out. 2 away. Here's the first baseman, Jared Triolo. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Just missed.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Close, but called a ball. And a count 2-1. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. Yankees 1 and the Pirates nothing. Top of the 6th inning, and stepping in for the Yankees, Trent Grisham. That is upstairs for ball 1. Heaney, a 6'2 southpaw. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a sinker. Sawinski makes the grab, 1 away. Here's the Yankees catcher now. He's 2 for 2. Ground ball to the right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
Up next for the Yankees, third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for New York, Oswaldo Cabrera. And that clips the inside corner.
One and one.
Ground ball up the middle. Over to first, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. Yankees 1 and the Pirates nothing. Back here at PNC Park, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. That's in there, and that's strike 1. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Ryan Yarbrough, the left-hander, up and throwing. Ottavino also getting ready. On the ground to third, and that's a foul ball. That's out to center field. Grisham is there, makes the catch. Up next for the Pirates, Adam Frazier.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
One down, base is empty. That misses, and the count even 1-1.
One strike.
Just missed. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. And a swing and a miss. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Ryan Reynolds here.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
2 down, nobody on.
And that's through there for a strike.
And the count is 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. Bucks go down quietly. They're down 1-0. On the mound now for the Pirates, Tim Mesa.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Ben Rice. 1 for 3.
First baseman, Ben Rice.
There's a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ryan Barucki loosening up in case he's called upon by Derek Shelton. Holderman warming up as well. The next pitch misses, and it's 1-1. Out to short, Connor Falefa. Throws across the diamond. That's the first out at the top of the 7th.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
1 down. There comes Cody Bellinger. He's 0 for 1. Tried to check his swing there, appeal to third. He did not go around. And there's a strike. And a foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Aaron Judge at the plate. And Judge spoils that one. Judge waits. Hit on the ground to short. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing.
Now batting.
So a man aboard, Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Fouled off left side. Judge off of first with 2 away. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Close, but called a ball. And that is ball one. And there's a ball. And a swing and a miss. Out number 3. The runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Yankees 1, and the Pirates nothing. And we're back, set for the last half of the 7th. At the plate for Pittsburgh, O'Neal Cruz.
Seems like the hitters are struggling with their timing today. Kind of caught in between that sharp fastball and the nasty slider. I'd like to see him settle on a consistent pitch.
Next offering misses, and 1-1. Looking to get the tying run on base. Checks his swing, now an appeal to third. And he won around. Just enough that time. The 1-2. Outside with a breaking ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup hitter, Tommy Pham. Just off the inside edge. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Next pitch misses inside, and that's ball 2. One down, base is empty. Down the left field line, looks like extra bases. Dominguez fires it in quickly as the tying run is forced to stop at second.
He stayed close with the front side, even though he likes to go to the opposite field. If you go inside too many times, he'll make you pay.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Carlos Carrasco is done in this one, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Ryan Yarbrough on to pitch out of the pen here.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
So the tying run in scoring position now. And now it's going to be Jack Sawinski. First offering, and it just misses. So the tying run at second. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
1 out and a runner at second. In the air out towards right center. Judge getting an angle on it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
baseman, Brian Hayes.
Here's the third baseman, Brian Hayes. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
In the dirt, blocked. Nice job behind the plate there. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. It's a bomb. He circles the bases. His first homer of the year, and that's how they take the lead. It's 2-1. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance. They found a way to fight back big time. Really great job of anticipation there. He knows he throws the sinker. That one down in the zone. You're trying to beat it to the spot it's getting to. Well, he won.
So 2 down, Andy Rodriguez, the next Pirate to hit. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. And there's a strike. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Two outs. And they'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And that skips into dirt. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Cannonball coming. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Ryan Barucki.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Well, one-run game. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. That one finds the zone. And it's 0-1. Activity in Pittsburgh's bullpen. Marcos Vina loosening up in case he's called upon by Derek Shelton. And that's downstairs. And it's a ball and a strike.
Nope, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one moves his feet. And the tying run is on base.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
No outs, runner at first. And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one lifted to left. Fan. And there's one away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Step off, throw to first. Dominguez back on a dive.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. And fouled off. And he chases that one. Now 2 out.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back to back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
Here's the Yankees catcher now. There goes the runner. That's in for a strike. And safe. It's a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Inside. And now it's even 1-1.
1-1.
Knee high, that's in for a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
So the tying run at second. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Line drive. That's a fair ball inside third. Coming home. He'll score and they tie it. In with a double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
Well, that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Paul Goldschmidt looking for a 2-out hit with a runner in scoring position. Out front and foul to the left side. That one missing inside.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
And strike 2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. The run scores from second, and it's an RBI single. They lead it in the 8th.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
And the Pirates manager making his way to the mound now as he will make the move. Ryan Barucki gives way, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So they turn things over to the righty, Colin Holderman.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Back to the top of the order now, and now the first baseman, Ben Rice. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Next offering is fouled back. Goldie, the runner at first with 2 gone. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. Last half of the 8th coming up. Yankees 3 and the Pirates 2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Adam Ottavino.
New York Yankees. Number 0, Adam Ottavino.
So coming into the game now on defense, Oswald Peraza. He's the new third baseman.
Number 91.
And here's the first baseman, Jared Triolo. 1 for 2.
For the Pirates. First baseman,
And the first offering is not close. Movement in the Yankees pen. Roger White, the closer of the staff, is throwing. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. That's down and in. Missed with a changeup. Counts full 3-2. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. So up next, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Leadoff man is on. You got to be looking for the bunt here. Trying to get him into scoring position.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Oh, 1 down. Line drive, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
No, that at bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Bunting, but that's a foul ball. The 0-1. And that bunted towards third. Peraza fires over to first. Frazier retired.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And now a high leverage at bat for Brian Reynolds. Golden opportunity right here.
I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone here. Pitcher's looking for a strikeout or a ground ball, hoping to keep that runner at third.
Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out. In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Cruz in the box now. Take strike one.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
To first, maybe a 2-ball. Feeds to second, out there. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
Back here in Pittsburgh, Bellinger up to hit. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Going back on this one. Hauls it in on the warning track. Here comes Aaron Judge. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base slugging too. First pitch, and he just misses.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
And it's through for a hit. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now at the plate. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. Outside low, ball one.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Spikes that one. It goes to the backstop. Judge into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Cancel.
This one in the dirt. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
2 on, 1 out. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. And that misses. Ball one.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
And a sweeper misses for a ball.
Last two pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
And it stays fair. Here comes the judge around third. One run is in. The relay, safe. He beats the tag. And they lead by 3.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Colin Holderman departs. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Pirates with a new arm on the mound, Caleb Ferguson.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
One out, runner at second. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees.
0 for 3 in this one. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Pickoff move to second, and he's back safely. And he pumps it a strike. Going 2 now.
That's the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one missed. Next pitch misses, and a full count now. Yankees up by 3. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Draws the walk there.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Now here's Trent Grisham, 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a flyout.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Now this is in the air down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
It's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
And a good eye there.
2-2.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
So first and second with 2 outs.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. And another ball. Dominguez over at second. Volpe on at first with 2 down. That one missed. Now 3-0.
3-0.
And that's in for a strike. In for a strike, and the count's full.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And with 2 outs and the count full, the runners will be on the move. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. That one hit to right. Sawinski towards the line. And that is that. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now 5-2. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Roger White. A chance at his first save of the year.
Number 30.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Tommy Pham.
Left fielder, Tommy Pham.
White, 22 years old, and he was born in Canada. And that one upstairs. That's towards center. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, right fielder.
And now Jack Sawinski. First pitch just misses. And that's in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. In the air, left field, down the line, and no one can get there.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Now the third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes. He's already homered in this game. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner, got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a gold glove, if not a platinum glove.
So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react?
Now this ball splits the gap in right center. Sawinski around third. He'll score easily.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Man at second with 1 away. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Endy Rodriguez. A switch hitter batting right. Off the mark there, and it's 1-0.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
Tying run at the plate. Bounce to third. Peraza. Now 2 away.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
So it's their last chance in this one. Up next for the Pirates, Jared Triolo. That one finds the zone. Strike one. With the tying run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out. And that's in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
White is just 1 strike away. The tying run at the plate. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. And that one misses up and in. And that's ball 2. Man on second, 2 down. That's off the inside corner. Full count, 3-2. Ball 4, he walked in, and that keeps things going.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Roger White will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Fernando Cruz taking over on the mound.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Next to hit, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. That misses off the outside edge.
1 ball, no strike.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And now the Pirates leadoff man, Adam Frazier, trying to deliver as the hero. Oh, this one's blasted. High and deep. It's on its way. Out of here. Ball game. He shoots one out to right. And the Pirates walk it off for the win.
Hitting a walk-off homer is the kind of thing you dream about growing up. You're in the backyard, you're creating the most pressure-packed scenario, and what do? You come through with the big swing. Well, he was living a childhood moment right there. Nice swing of the bat, nice win for the team.
A 7-5 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.